So here we have the Crescent Moon Blessing. And when you're building for Crescent Moon, as a priest, this is probably one of the first really good blessings that you get early on. You have Smiting Fist, Divine Strike, Healing Sphere, and Healing Nova. Divine Strike damage here. The Old Empire Staff. It gives you 10 to 20% extra damage when you use that specific moveset. So yes, I do recommend using the Old Empire Staff. This is probably one of the best staffs in the game, honestly. The Staff of Epiphany just increases everyone's attack power by 2.5 to 5%, and you just can't ignore that. You're not going to be using any of the retribution stuff because you're not going to be, this is irrelevant. The reason these totems are completely irrelevant is because of the fact that it says retribution holy energy cost. You're not going to be using that moveset as a priest. I'm sorry. You're going to be using Consigned to Darkness or Sacred Ground. The Hat of Annihilation. You can reduce Smiting Fist cooldown by either 2 seconds up to 4 seconds. So what exactly does that mean? Look at Smiting Fist. The cooldown is 20 seconds. If you get a max roll, that means you will be able to use the Smiting Fist again at 16 seconds. Let's talk about either the Hat of Eternity or the Hat of Annihilation. So if you are going to be using a lot of your skill sets, throughout on Crescent Moon, then definitely get the Hat of Annihilation. Otherwise, you are safe to get either the HP helm or the defense helm. I looked at all the robes, and I would have to say, if you're using the Hat of Annihilation build, then use the Truth Seeker's robe as well. The main reason for that is because you're getting 10 to 20% extra damage on a max roll set. Holy Nova, reducing the cooldown by 18 to 36 seconds. The cooldown for Healing Nova is 90 seconds. So if you can get a max roll, that's 54 seconds in total. I don't consider that important at the moment. Who knows in the future, maybe it might become relevant, but at the moment, it's not. I just looked at all the legs, cloth pieces, B and A, and the only thing I can think of was the PvP attack legs that increase your attack power, which is going to be in either the Voss or Sen. You need at least 15,000 reputation points to buy this. The leg armor of Annihilation, or the Mana Seeker's pants will make it so at least you're a little bit more durable and you don't die right away. I've never bought these pants ever, but if I'm using Crescent Moon, if I see this on the market, I would use those, or I would use critical hit rate. So at least some of my attacks have some crit damage. Let's talk about boots, okay? So the Grand Seer's boots, the ones that I highly recommend though would probably be the Boots of Eternity, because consuming your Healing Sphere grants your affected allies critical hit rate by 3.5 to 7% for 7 entire seconds. Truth Seeker gloves increased attack power by up to 530, and the Gloves of Annihilation. The reason for that is because it reduces Healing Sphere holy energy cost by 17 to 23%. So this is how much the Holy Sphere with the gloves takes. Take off those gloves and look how much energy it takes. So it took about double the amount. Like, what benefits would that have? So you can use other skill sets. Now let's talk about shoulders. The only shoulders that you're going to be using for Crescent Moon would be the Grand Seer shoulder guards, because I looked at all the shoulders and personally none of them really added any benefit. Okay, so there's only 2 belts that I can think of, but honestly for the Crescent Moon build, I would say Belt of Eternity. I'm going to go over the build one last time. It is the Old Empire Staff. It is the Halidome of the Forgotten Knight. It is the Hat of Eternity, or the Hat of Annihilation. The increased Smiting Fist damage. The leg arm of Annihilation. The shoes is going to be the Boots of Eternity. Grand Seer's boots. My gloves that I would recommend using, it says reduce Healing Sphere energy cost. Going back to it, Truth Seeker gloves. The shoulders is the Grand Seer shoulders and the Belt of Eternity. The necklace is the Horde necklace, and the ring is a Sinister ring. So in total, with what I have in this setup, it is 9,000 health, attack power is 8,000, defense is 9,400, critical hit rate is going to be 5 because of the leg armors that I have. I'm just ignoring that right now. Critical hit damage is 143%. So this is my heal with the Eternity boots, 7,000. The Grand Seer boots, take off these gloves and actually put on the Truth Seeker gloves, and here's my heal, 7,600, and a heal on the ring, and that gives my attack power up to 10,023. So my heal is 8,812. So that's how attack relates to the amount of heal that you have. So I'm going to take my own Healing Sphere here, As you can see, it gave me the extra crit rate right there at that moment. So it might be huge for somebody who just needs extra crit rate. It only lasts 7 seconds though. As you can see, my Divine Strike damage got incrementally more damage because of the fact that I'm using the Old Empire staff. I'm gonna be using Holy, Fist right there. So I'm marginally getting better buffs. The gear that I'm using is mainly buffing myself, and that's what Crescent Moon really does. All I'm doing in Crescent Moon for the team is the healing sphere. That's about it. As you can see with the Horde necklace and the Sinister Ring combination, my total damage output does not look flattering at all. So I would actually sacrifice a little bit of attack power and put in the Necklace of the Corrupted or the Desert Song Ring with the Crescent Moon blessing, because that way your total damage output is actually far higher than what you're doing at the moment, and you're still healing your teammates, and your Smiting Fist and Divine Strike damage will be much, much higher. Here you can clearly see for yourself that accessories play a huge factor in your total damage output, so always build for your accessories first and then build your gear based off those runes. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I was able to teach you guys a little bit more about the priest, and specifically for the Crescent Moon build. I'm not a fan. I would have to tweak it a bit, and personally, after using it, I would not use the Truth Seeker's Robe. I would not use the Hat of Annihilation. I would use the Hat of Eternity. I would use the Placid Mage's Robes over the Robe Armor of Annihilation. I would keep the Leg Armor of Annihilation. Keep the Boots of Eternity. That's nice. I would also keep the Truth Seeker's Gloves or the Gloves of Eternity, because the Eternity gives you the extra crit rate of 8%, and the Truth Seeker Gloves gives you the attack power. The shoulders are going to be the Grand Seer shoulders, and the belt's going to be the Belt of Eternity. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Don't forget to follow the socials, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, which is going to be the Guitarist562. And if you haven't already, please check out my other YouTube channels, which is going to be Tube Tips, and the other one's going to be the Guitarist Tech Tips. I'm going to be featuring it on my home channel. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when my latest video comes out. My most recent video is going to be on the top left, and the most desirable video for your interest is going to be on the bottom left. Don't forget that I do have playlists, so if you need them all to be organized, just check my homepage, and I have everything from Priest, Mage, Crusader, Berserker, and Ranger. So that way you can just kind of keep up to date with my latest video for each class. But thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay blessed.